welcome back. This is Jenny from Polly's Paper Studio. Today, on the request of a viewer, I am creating a retro-inspired birthday greeting card. So this is an A2 size card with a folded insert that holds a gift card or monies for a gift. So we are using the Hooray Collection from Authentique Paper. This was very fun and fast and easy to make, so stick with me and we'll make it together. Okay guys, here is that Hooray Collection from Authentique Paper. It is so fun. It is very festive and it has beautiful bright colors and really fun images to create your birthday projects. For today, I'm going to use the 6x6 paper pad because it's a good scale for a smaller card. This is my card base. It's an A2 size top folding. I did add paper from the collection to finish the inside, and later I'll come back and add a portion to add a sentiment, but we can begin to work on the cover right now. So I'm going to use a beautiful cherry red cardstock to mat all of these layers. So I've got a small blue star. It's a very good idea to put a non-contrasting sort of micro pattern in the background because you're not going to see as much of it and you don't want to lose the fun part of the pattern. So I'm going to add a border here. Again, it's going to be inset so that a fair bit of those stars will show, and you definitely want to assemble all these layers before add your pocket. Here's my second pattern. It has those really fun balloons and it is going to coordinate perfectly with that star background and the red cardstock. You see how that really makes all of those colors pop. Here is the time you want to add your pocket. I do not like to measure. I do not like to do math. So I always take the cheat way to add this pocket on. So I take the height of the pocket that I want to add and then I add an inch to it. And then I add half an inch to either side. I want this to wrap all the way around that outside cardstock border. I'll come in with my scoreboard and score that inch so that I have a bottom flap, and that will hold that pocket closed on the bottom. And then I position my top layer into that right up to that score line, and then I just line that up with a groove in the scoreboard and score there, and then I'll move it over just a tad and score on this side as well. That way it'll wrap around nicely and give you a nice clean finished edge. So I'll take this off now and pull my adhesive. So I put tape on the inside, then I'll set that in. I'm going upside down now so that the front side will be in the pocket with all of those great paper layers. And then I'll just go ahead and seal that up. See, I've already added a little bit of tape, and I'll pull that off now so that I get a good contact with the next layer. I did notch that corner because I don't want to add any extra bulk in that layer, so that way it'll lay nice and flat. And now I've got my tape to pull off from the back, and then I can add it to my card base. I think it's much easier to get that lined up correctly if you go from the top and center that border. Now we have a pocket on the front of the card. While I have my scoreboard out, I'm just going to show you the insert. This will be where you can tuck in your gift card or cash if you prefer to do that. It is 4 inches tall, and I measured this according to my Kroger card because I don't actually have a gift card handy for demonstration purposes, but you'll see that will fit in there very nicely. And then also I'm going to score it because it is a folded insert. So this is now 7 inches long. I'm going to score it at 3 and then again at 6, and that will leave me a 1 inch flap to fold over and secure. So this is going to tuck inside the pocket once we get it finished. Here is that card base again with the pocket. I want to finish that off with some of the collection paper and that beautiful red matting. So I'm going to secure this stripe right into that, and then I'll add it here to the front of the pocket. Now you see I've measured this width to line up with that border on the top, so everything will line up perfectly. Then I will secure it onto the pocket. I'm just going to add that right to the bottom of the pocket so that we maintain that border around the bottom of the card. So this looks pretty festive. I think let's go ahead and work on the folded insert. So I just clipped the same collection papers down so that I can cover. I'm gonna work on the front and the inside, but I don't want to do the outside because it will add a little too much bulk, and I don't want there to be any struggle putting this into the pocket. So you don't want to add too many paper layers. Since you will be seeing the inside, that makes sense to cover that instead of the back. So here is the front, and this would be just acting as another layered insert. I will do the same for this side. I was able to do all of this matting layers with one 12 by 12 piece of cardstock. That way it was making the best use of the paper, and I want to make sure that I keep my patterns going the right way so nothing will be upside down when it's opened. Here is this very cute birthday sentiment pattern. I love the scale of that. It definitely works so well for a smaller project. Here is a little bit to cover that flap, and this I just cut from the trimming when I had excess when I cut it to fit the card. So that is good use for scraps, and it just makes the pocket a little bit more dressier. Okay, so what you want to do is make sure that you've got enough space for your adhesive. This will be fine. I wouldn't go any smaller than 4, and I think that is a pretty standard size card, that Kroger card, so I think that 4 inches works pretty well. And then I'm going to use this 1/4 inch double-sided adhesive tape to stick it down. And I got that right over to the edge, so there will be plenty of room to tuck that card inside. I'm saying card, but you could just as easily substitute cash if that's what you like to give as a gift. So here's my pocket, and I'll tuck my card inside. That is nice and secure. Then this can go into this pocket on the front. I want to decorate the front just a little bit, and I have picked this really cute image from the sticker sheet for the same collection. So the sticker sheet is 12 by 12, and this is just one of the really cute images. I put it on a little bit of some cardstock so that I wouldn't accidentally close up that pocket, and then I put foam spacers covering that whole bottom, and I just want this to hang off the top so that it becomes more of a layered image with my embellishments. I want to make sure to leave room for all those, and you see how having that double-sided foam tape really makes that go down quickly. These are just a couple of flowers that I created with some scrap pattern paper. I put a little bow on here as well, and some leaves that were just sitting on my desk, and that worked out perfectly. I'm going to add that here to the edge. I don't want to cover too much of that image, but it does need at least the flower portion to stay on the card so that it doesn't become fragile. This is a very small arrangement, but it definitely adds a nice depth and some good detail. I pulled a couple of vintage buttons down as well, and I put strings through them so that I can add them here to the side. You could just as easily add some sequins or pearly accent or even nouveau drops to give a little bit of interest to this side. So before I tuck that folded insert in, I want to add something to the top as far as embellishments. So I have a red clip here. It's kind of tied at the top with a little bit of this kind of a micro plaid ribbon. And before I add that, I want to adhere a cupcake charm. That's just very perfect for a birthday project. I'll hold this in place and then add my hot glue here. Don't anybody be hating on my glue gun. I know it's a mess, but it works. And then I'll just add that string to the wet glue so that I'm going to capture those tails in between the layers. Might as well cut off the excess string now. Then I'll top it with a bow made from that same ribbon. If you like to make charms for your traveler's notebooks or your planners, this would also be a great way to incorporate some fun embellishments. And now one last vintage button for the top. Now I'm gonna just clip this on to the top of my insert. And that is going to give me a fun little detail on the top. I'll just tuck that in the pocket here, and that will complete our fun front pocket retro inspired birthday greeting card. You can check out the description for a link to this collection, as well as to Really Reasonable Ribbon where I got the trim. And you can also find links to all of our social media sites. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. And if you're not already, I would love for you to subscribe. As always, I'm wishing you a happy and productive day, and I thank you so much for watching. Bye.